Hello lovelies, welcome back to another video. This one you probably already seen from the title. We're going to be talking about travels notebook hacks, but this one is especially for any of your EDCs, so it's a little bit more focused. You know, we all love like really chunky overstuffed travels notebook at home. Some of my travels notebook are very chunky. If you're taking it out for an EDC, you don't want it super chunky, right? So today we are going to do tips and hacks for your EDC so that it's nice and slim, efficient, and it's easy to swap in and out. If you're interested in that, then please keep watching. I'm just gonna go to the first one. This one, I've already talked about this before, but ever since I got into using my craft folder as an insert holder, I haven't looked back since, because it's the easiest to carry things, especially on my bigger EDCs. I tend to bring different things to different places. For example, if I go journaling with friends, I will take the journal that I want to work on. You know, if you've watched my Techokaigi, you know I have a lot of different journals for different purposes. So this makes it really easy for me to just take it out, put something else there, and I don't have to like fumble around with the elastic every time. For someone who has one dedicated EDC that I carry around and I have different journals, these have like changed my life, because look, it's so easy to just change it into something else. And then as a part of that, there's also the accordion method, which lets you do this. I like to do it when I want to bring my journaling stuff. For one side, I like to keep my sticker release for all my cute stickers and everything like that. And then if I want to transfer it, I can transfer it easily. And this is very easy to pack up, because all you have to do is put it back like that. How this is done, I'll link you to a video where I am trialing it a little bit more in depth. What you do is you have two different craft papers, and then you glue it in the middle with some washi, or if you want it more permanent, maybe some duct tape or something, decorate it nicely, and that's how you get the accordion. But for EDC, this one is a game changer, because it's so much more easier for me to take whatever insert I want. It's nice to be able to like spread out when you want to spread out, but if you don't want to spread out, then it's back tucked in. And one thing that I really love about this is that there's no overhang. All three of them are exactly the same length, and that makes me so happy, because I am not into the overhang, so that's just perfect. So that's my first hack. Okay, another tips that I have. What I like to do is, depending on where I am in my journals, I like to put it in a different place. This might be already like self-explanatory, but I thought I'll include it anyway. But what I like to do is, if I'm in the beginning part of my inserts, like say I'm here, that means I'm mostly writing on like this, right? I like to put it in the end of my book. So like here, because this one's a little bit thicker than this, right? So it lets me have a softer back to this, so I can write better. Feels like when I'm writing, if the weight seems a little bit more distributed, if that makes sense. So this one's a little bit thicker, and this one, because it's already thicker, so that will just stay on this one. Whereas if I'm closer to the end of the book, so say if I'm here and it's nearly the end of the book, if I put it here, this one's going to be very thick, but this one's going to have barely anything. So what I like to do instead, I'll put that near the beginning of the book, so if I write it, they're a little bit more balanced. Like this is it when it's in the front of the book, right? If you're in nearly the end. But then if you put it at the back, obviously that becomes much thicker than this one. So that's just a little tip. Usually where I put my insert in my travels notebook depends on where I am in that book, and I find that is much easier to write on the go. If you are not really into inserts and you think inserts are way too heavy, what you can do instead of taking inserts, just take all this out. If you really want something thin, you can get some papers This is sticker release paper, but you know, you can put any paper that you want, dotted, grid. The thing is, like, you can use any paper that you want, even those nice Tomoe River, Rhodia paper, or whatever that you use. And all you have to do is make sure you cut it to the size. If you go by centimeter, it's 22 by 21. And what you can do is you just flip it inside here, and you can just carry a few different papers instead of carrying the whole insert, because this makes it super thin, right? So if you want less bulk and you already have a lot of stuff and you just want some paper to like jot down notes on, and you're not really precious of it being in an insert, I recommend just getting some paper and slipping it in. Make sure to have like either a craft folder or something quite significant to put it as a cover, because the thing is, if you just put it over there without anything, it might get crinkled. Because like if I take this out and if I just put this in, I don't think it's too, like, it's a little bit too flimsy to stand its own ground, so it might do that, see? So if you have something that's a little bit thicker, you can pop that on the bottom, and then it'll get less crinkly as a result. So yeah, if you ever need just a little bit of paper to jot down notes and things like that, this is a really great hack to do. And plus, if you get any like cute little booklets or anything from your charity or whatever, you can always just slip them in there as well. Any papers that are bigger, you can always fold it out and do this. But another thing that you can also do is also use your craft folder to do that. This is why I love the craft folder so much. It's very versatile, and you can just do that as well. This one is a little bit of an accordion style. Got this at Kinokuniya because I always really love these leaflets for MD papers. So you can do something like that as well. It's very versatile and lets you do a lot of different things. So if you ever need to carry just a little bit of things and not everything, or you already have a bulky journal and you don't want to add an extra insert, you can just add like a few folded paper, and then you can do that. Like I said, it doesn't always have to be the exact same size. Like, what if you just want the little notebook, right? So instead of that big one, you just do like a little notebook, and then that one you can drag around, I guess, if you want. Speaking about this paper, which is a sticker release, if you really like journaling, I 100% recommend you to have a sticker release, either insert or just have sticker release paper, just slot it into your travels notebook, because that makes carrying stickers super easy. But if you are a hoarder of cute coffee cup stickers and stuff like that, this is so easy to carry them. These were from some drinks that I got, but I thought the sticker is super cute, so I took it off and then I put it on my sticker release. Even though sometimes, depending on what the sticker are like, they might not stick very well, but it's nice to be able to have that always. That is from an onigiri, and that one was from a teacup. So it's nice to have your sticker release, not only to bring stickers so you can journal on the go, but also if you are hoarding ephemeras from your day-to-day life, as I do. So I just find that very, very useful to have, especially in a smaller form. Like if you use either your passport size or your card size as your everyday carry, and then that makes these pages even better, because there's no sticker release insert for your card size, so you can just fold some of the pages and slip it in like this. I'm pretty sure you don't have to, like, but you can fold some paper and just slide it in like that, and then you can just use it as a sticker release paper as well. So that's nice and handy. Okay, now we shall talk about the pen loops. I don't really enjoy the pen loop that comes with a traveler's notebook, just because it's a little bit bulky and it has the little clip. Instead, what I like is this one from Midori. So these ones are quite nice, and what I like about this as well, this expands a lot. So even if you have like a twist bee that's a little bit thicker, it actually grows to fit. The only thing that I'm a bit iffy about is if the metal part will scratch my pens. That's the only thing I'm worried about. So usually with this one, I only use it with my Uniball P, because that one doesn't get scratched because it's just plastic. But I love that this is a very, like, the form is very small. It's not too big and it can expand. So I like that about this one. I also recently got myself a Leuchtturm pen loop. This one is probably going to be for my card size, even though I can probably use this for the card size as well. Even though if I put it here, then I can't put too much things in here. I've seen a hack where someone would actually slit this section as big as this and then slip it in from here inside like that. But they would just slit some of these open with a craft knife. But alternatively, you can also just, you know, stick it to the back. I might do it with this one. Stick it to the back like this, and that one fits some of your pens. I don't know if that fits the really wide ones. I am not very I don't think it'll fit like the really fat pens. Obviously you'll just have to use your thinner pens, because I don't believe this fits, or if it does, it takes a while to put in. So it'll probably take a while. You will probably fidget around for a while. This one seems to be okay. It's a little bit tight, but it fits. So something like that for pen loops wise, because I just think the Travel's Notebook pen loops are a little bit thicker and bulkier, so I like to use other brands pen loops. So if you're in the same boat, do try either the Midori or the Leuchtturm pen loop. So it comes in a packaging like that basically. Right, another thing that I like using for my EDC especially, this one is more if you want to make it into your wallet, because my TN passport has been my wallet for a while. I really like this plastic pouches because it has space for your cards and a space on the back for any papers, any receipts, anything you want to collect and things like that. I just find it really useful. Unfortunately, I think this is an off-brand, because if I remember correctly, the ones from Travel's Notebook doesn't actually have the card like that. So it's a little bit harder to use, but that's why I like the off-brand one. So yeah, I'll link that up below if I can find it again. So that's the plastic pouches. What I also like are the canvas pouches, especially the ones that have a zip pocket, because this one you can add things like coins in there. That's where my coins live, because this is my new EDC wallet. And I also added my little air tag in here so that I can always find it. And the cute thing about this, I got the case separately, but what I like to do is put it there and zip it until it's closed, because that means I also have another section to hang things off from. Don't do it when it's open, obviously. Do as I say and not as I do. But if it's closed like that, I like to carry it like this, because it's easier to carry it like this. If I have other things in my hands, that's nice that I can like hold it like that. So I guess that's another hack. I wasn't planning to talk about that, but that's quite useful as well if you want to use that for your wallet. Even here, right? You can do it here as well, the same thing. And slip that in there, and then remember to close it first, or else all your things are going to fall off. But you can do the same, and this one's a little bit heavier and more significant, so you just want to be quite careful, but it's nice to be able to carry it like that. So that's canvas pouches. And this is a bonus tip, and it's mostly for those of you who don't like scratches in your TNs. As you can tell, my wallets are bare without any charms. This is because I am not a big fan of the charm denting my Travel's Notebook, which is why these are charmless. I hope you can see it, but there's little dents on here, and those are because when it's closed and there's a charm in here and you put it in your bag and something else presses against it, it will make a dent, because the leather are quite soft. So it will make a dent, and it's not something you can get out. So I'm just warning you here, if you are someone who, like me, likes things to be pristine, the charms in your EDC can actually dent your travels notebook. And if scratches and things, you can use a polish and then it'll be okay again. This one is irreversible. So be really careful if you want your leather not to be dented when you use a charm. But what I like to do is if I carry it outside of my house and I know it's going to be in a bag with a lot of different stuff, what I like to do is I like to put the charms on the side like this with there's no leather. So that will just dent my inserts, which I'm 100% fine with. I just don't want it denting my leather. So that's a bonus tip if you are like me and someone who does not like, dents and scratches on your leather. Speaking about that, I'm also thinking to do a tips video for if you actually one of those people that don't like scratches on your TNs, because I don't like scratches and I have managed to find a few things that helps with scratch management. Should I call that scratch management of my TN covers? So I'll make a separate video for that because I think that would be beneficial for people that like me don't like scratches. I know a lot of people do like patina and scratches, but I'm not one of those people. So I think if any of you are not scratch and patina person, then I hope that video will be useful. I'm in the process of ideating for it and creating it, but it'll come soon. So let me know if you're excited for that. Obviously, every EDC is different, like the sizes are different and functionality is different. Like I use this one mostly for if I need to take notes, but this one was my wallet. I need to figure out what I want to use it for because now I started carrying this one as a wallet instead. If you want a comparison video like in depth of all these three, once I figured out what I'm going to use my TN passport for, maybe I'll make another video to do like the comparison thing. But if you want to look at how I'm setting up my TN wallet or my TN card size, I will link those videos. That's something that you're interested in. And yeah, that's basically it for today. Let me know which one I should film next, if you're more interested in the scratch management video or if you're more interested in setup and comparison video of the three sizes and how I'm using each of them separately differently. Let me know which one you're interested in. Give me a journal stack emoji if you watched till the end. I hope these tips work well for you. Let me know which one you're going to be trying for your EDC. I hope that's useful and I'll see you on the next video coming in a week's time. Hope you stay safe, take care, and stay creative. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye!